Hello, folks. Welcome to this tutorial on Kumospace. So Kumospace is a place for informal meetings, which I use with friends, with family, but also in training spaces and networking spaces where I'm trying to get people to connect and self-organize themselves. So it's maybe an alternative to Zoom. Has a limitation in numbers of people of up to 35 people per room, but you can still get about 200 people together in various rooms of 35 people each. And so you can have a free account and you can also join without having created an account. So if you're joining one of our training sessions, for example, you would receive a link. If you're inviting, if you create a Zoom account, a Kumo Space account, and you want to invite people into your space, you then create a link and you share it with them. Okay. And so I've already got a link, which I'm going to put on the search bar, click enter, and it's going to automatically bring me over to a place in Kumu space. And so I have then the possibility to continue as an unregistered guest, or I can create an account. So your choice if you want to create an account or not. I strongly suggest you could do it. It's a great space to meet with people who don't live near you and you still want to get to see them. And so I'm just gonna join as an unregistered guest, precisely so that you get to see what it looks like from the user perspective. So I'm gonna put my name down as soon as I come to the screen. It's useful to have your name, and I'll put my location. Okay, I'm in Colombia, and so then I can click on video settings and select the microphone that I want to use and the camera that I want to use. And then I click join. As soon as I join, I then get to see a selection of rooms which I want to join. So if you're taking part in one of our training sessions, we would give you the instruction to join a room in particular. So we would tell you which room to join. Okay, so for example, let's say we want to join let's go to the living room. Okay, and so here we are. As soon as we join, we have to make sure that our camera is on. Here is the icon on the bottom of the screen. There's the icon for the camera. So I can select my camera. I can turn it off or turn it on. Okay, I suggest turning the camera on because it's much nicer. And so then in this space, on the bottom, I have the option of a chat. I can click on the chat and I can share a chat message either to the people in this room or to people in other rooms. Okay, and I can put any message on there and send it, and other participants will receive it, and it'll keep track of all the messages that are on there. On here on people, I can see which people are in the room. Right now, it's just me in the room. Bit lonely. Anyway, and so then you also have the option of closing your mic or opening your mic here, right? So people can hear you or not. Now, let's close the chat by clicking on that X. I'll continue showing you the menu. So here on settings, you have the option of showing the range indicator or hiding it, but I suggest you keep it showing it. Okay, and so the range indicator, and also here you can adjust your microphone and your camera if you need to swap it for another device. And so I suggest you keep the circle, because this circle is gonna show you where people can hear you. So anyone who is here in this space, say on the sofa outside of the circle, is not going to be able to hear me, and I'm not going to be able to hear them. Anyone who is in proximity to me, I can hear. If you want to move around the room, you can either just use your mouse to just click anywhere in the room and you'll begin to migrate that way, right? So I'll click here and I'll begin to move that way. Okay. You can pinch in and pinch out on your trackpad to zoom in and zoom out. Okay. Or you could also use these icons here to zoom in or to zoom out. Okay. And then you can use this to see in full screen and remove the search bar as such. You can also move around the room with the arrows on your keyboard. Okay, so I'm using the keyboard app and I move around. So what's nice about Kumu and what's special is that you can, rather than being put into rooms in Zoom, for example, with people, you can self-select. And you can decide to just chat to people who are sitting over here or chat to people who are, it's not quite sitting, is it? Who are hanging out over here. And you can, for example, come close to the piano and have your chat whilst you listen to some nice music. Yeah. And anyone who is around that circle with you will be able to hear the conversation that you're having. Okay. If you like, you can pour yourself a virtual drink by clicking on that pour drink button. And as you can see, there's a little glass of wine there, which will slowly consume itself as time passes. And I can come back and fetch another one. So anyway, so this is Kumospace. And if you join one of our training sessions or any of our networking sessions with Community CoLab, we'll be showing you more how it works. And you might be able to use it for any of your family, friends gatherings, or any other networking events you want to create, whether in your community organizing work or your organizational work or whatever you like. Okay. So if we want to exit the room, I forgot to show you the map. So over here on the bottom right hand corner, you can click that and you can see a map of the whole room. As you can see, this is me here. So you would see the initials of anyone else who's in this room dotted around. So you can choose where you want to go and chat to those people in particular. The facilitator, whoever is the, let's say, the owner of the space, in this case me, has the ability to broadcast to anyone within this room or anyone within the other rooms that, for example, in my case, that I own within Kumospace. Whereas participants will be limited to what the facilitator sets up in the setting. So, for example, I could set it up so that people can broadcast to all. People can speak to everyone, and anyone in the room can hear anyone. Also, that only anyone in close proximity to other people within that circle can be heard. Okay, so now I'm going to exit this space, and I can then choose another room I want to go to. Okay, but instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is, in case that you want to use this tool for your own timings, for your own gatherings, meetings, trainings, etc., I'm going to show you. I'm going to exit here. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you are signed in and you have your own account and you have your own space. Okay, so just bear with me one moment whilst this loads. And so I'm going to log into my own Kumo account. Okay, and then now I'm logged in. I'm gonna once again go into my space. Now I'm there as Community CoLab, and so as you can see, it's already recognized my name, and I can click join. I know the settings, the audio settings are already right. And then when I go into my a room of my choice, let's go into the rooftop bar. I can come in, and as you can see, the menu in the bottom has changed, right? And so you can still see my image. You can, every time I speak, you can see that there is a little aura around me moving. That means I'm speaking in Kumo. Kumospace is taking my sound. Once again, anyone who is within the circle can hear me. But now the menu has changed, and I've also got this option to broadcast, you see? And so I can broadcast, and I can broadcast to this room or to anyone in any of the other rooms, okay? So I'm gonna start broadcast to this room, okay? And you see that the circle has disappeared. That means anyone within this room will be able to hear me. So you can give instructions to people to what's happening next or make an announcement, right? I have friends who host birthday parties on here, for example, through the pandemic. It basically creates that option for you to do that. So as a facilitator, as a host in the Kumospace, you can also click on Screenshare. You can choose something that you want to share. So I could share something that I've got somewhere else. So for example, I want to show everyone this video that I really like on the 4 levels of listening. I can click on that, I can show it, and then this is being shared for participants within Kumospace. Obviously, it appears bigger for me because I am um, um, I'm the one sharing it. But if I just click stop, I'll stop sharing. No one within Kumospace will be able to see it anymore. I return to Kumospace, and there I am. Okay. So that's how you share screen. And then if you go to settings, you can control the size of the range indicators. Okay. And so to do that, I'm going to stop broadcasting. I'm just going to go to broadcast. Okay, and I'm going to stop broadcasting. So right now you see that that circle is all around me. I can then click on here where it says audio range. I can click on normal, or I can click on quiet. So if I want just people to speak quieter and be in smaller circles, I can click that. Or if I want people to speak to the entire room and any participant can speak to anyone in the room and everyone will hear each other, I can do that. Or I can restrict to normal, which means only anyone within this circle range will be able to hear my voice. So I wouldn't be able to hear anyone who's, for example, on the sofa, and they wouldn't be able to hear me. So this allows some more private little conversations. But I can, if I get bored of the conversation happening here, I could just migrate. I can just move somewhere else. Let's see. You see that the wine is gone. I'll pour myself another drink. There it is. And now I could just go up to where the DJ is and have a little dance. All right. And so this is Kumospace. Again, I'm Jose Barco from Community CoLab and Inside Hub. I hope you find this tour of Kumospace useful and you can use it for your events, your gatherings, your parties, and so on. Okay, so it's been a pleasure. Thank you. You can find more information about Community CoLab in www.communitycolab.co.uk, or you can also find Inside Hub at www.insidehub.co. Thank you.